Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Lindsay. Today I'm joined here by my cat, so if you hear any noises or dramatic clattering to the ground, it's because he's being a big baby and wants to be in the room with me while I record this. But today we are remaking the 3 master spellcasters from the realm of magic, aka the Magic Sages. Right now, obviously, you see me doing Morgan, who is, I think he's the Sage of, not Mischief, Untamed Magic is what he's the Sage of. And you might notice me using he pronouns for him, and that's just because Morgan came out before the pronoun update, and so Morgan wears female clothes but uses he him pronouns, can't get Sims pregnant, and so in my head I have always kind of headcanoned as kind of a feminine presenting trans man, and I know a lot of people use they them pronouns. I just didn't decide to change that because I feel like, you know, there's not a lot of gender non-conforming Sims, and I felt like this was kind of the perfect place to use that. As you can see, I ended up giving, also I kept the dress idea for his formal outfit because I really wanted to put him in more dresses, and so I used that a couple times, and so I wanted to keep that idea. I did think about like a power suit, but I in my other save I had one of my Sims marry Ember, and I had them get married in a green dress, and so I just really wanted to keep that green dress idea. I feel like it just really makes the eyes pop, especially since he has like these really bright green eyes, and I don't know, the red I do think is cool, but I iconic for him, but I wanted to use green. I just felt like it works so good on him. I also changed, obviously, the hair color. While I do try to keep features the same, I cannot I cannot abide by the cheese hair, the bright yellow hair, unless I want my Sim to look like they dyed their hair yellow. It is just way too bright, I think, takes away way too much. I want my Sims to look a little bit more realistic, and if this is what it takes, this is what it takes. I really wanted to also talk about, we got a new kind of roadmap for The Sims 4. We have them saying that in the new year, soon, there will be a big update, which I think we all can assume is the infant update, which I am really excited about. Okay, so this is where I do put the power suit. I do really like the power suit on him. I just think it fits, especially since, you know, the coat, but make it a little bit more stylish. Back to the timeline, we got we're gonna get the infant update. They also had a lot of stuff pertaining to teeth in their preview stuff, which I think is interesting. Possibly a dentist career, or possibly because they had like dentures in a cup, maybe more teeth options, or dentures for elders, you know, a super gummy option. I don't know, but I am intrigued to find out what it is. I mean, infants teething, you know, maybe that could all come in one thing. So we get a large update with infants, and then has a bunch of stuff like teeth. It was also a lot of stuff about family. The thing that they showed had a child in it, and it had some allusions to family gameplay, which I don't know if that means just the infant gameplay that we're going to be getting, or the, you know, new stuff overall. Who knows? But I'm excited. Alright, so for Simon, I really enjoyed doing Simon. I still don't have a lot of male sim CC, but I think that what I do have worked perfectly for him. It worked really well. I also gave him a beard because he just looks better with a beard. I've seen a lot of people, when they do makeovers, there's so many really, really good makeovers of them. And I don't know, I just really, really wanted to do a good job on them. And I've seen so many good inspirations for them. A lot of people I've seen make Simon Black, but obviously because I am trying to keep the same kind of genetics, I didn't with him, even though those makeovers do look really good and I do really appreciate them. I ended up, you know, keeping him white. Then I made him look a little bit older, with like the forehead wrinkle thing, and I gave him the little monocle, which I really like. I don't know, I had a lot of fun. He kind of has like an older professorial vibe. He is the sage of practical magic, and I don't know, I really like him. He doesn't get, I feel like, a lot of love from people. I feel like Elphaba, who we're looking at right now, tends to get a little bit more, you know, people being like, what the fuck? Morgan gets like, oh, that's the handsome sim. And then Simon is just kind of, you know, he's not that great looking normally. He just is kind of there. I've seen maybe one person say that they romanced him ever. And even with the makeovers, I feel like people kind of focus on Morgan and Elphaba just because they're the more interesting and intriguing sims. So I wanted, you know, a little bit of extra love for him. But Elphaba, she was not a pain to redo, but I just didn't know what aesthetic I wanted to go with for her. Obviously her normal aesthetic is very like all white, and I've seen a lot of really cool remakes of her where she kind of has more of a goth or more all black aesthetic. And while I think those are really cool and she looks really cool, I wanted to keep, because she is the Sage of Chaos Magic, I like the idea of the Chaos Magic sim wearing all white. I just thought that that was a more interesting vibe and aesthetic for her. Because, you know, you kind of expect people to make, you know, the darker, like chaos is seen as like a dark thing. So you kind of expect people to do that. But I wanted to know, you know, switch it up a little bit. Keep it the all white or the gray aesthetic. But yeah, I did really want to use that big ball gown. I do think it's really cool. I don't know who I'm going to use it on, or if I'm going to use it on anybody, but it is such a pretty dress. I don't know, maybe one day. I guess it's kind of vampy. Who knows? At one point I'll use it. Hopefully. Maybe I'll make a vampire NPC. You know, kind of like Vlad, but maybe like a good vampire townie who's like more powerful, so that it's kind of like Vlad and her have beef, put them in that. But yeah, and then just face wise on Elphaba, I didn't really yeah, I don't think I changed much. Like with the other Sims, I kind of changed eye size and a little bit of eye rotation sometimes, but I didn't really change much on her. Obviously, I changed the eyebrows, because it was just a lot, and I feel like the eyebrows are what really kind of give her a little bit more of the gothy edge, just because they are the thinner, more pencil brow. And then I gave her, you know, a little forehead tattoo, but I made it, I believe, white, so you can't see it unless you're really up close. And then that purple dress, I, I think that like her normal everyday wear would be white, but then maybe when she's getting more dressed up and formal, because she loves purple so much, I wanted to keep that. And then her eyelashes, I was so tempted to make them purple like her hair, like that she had naturally purple hair. I, you know, I just think it's an interesting idea, but I went with black just so that her makeup stood out a little bit more. But yeah, you can kind of see her tattoo a little bit more here. I really like the makeup for this look. I enjoyed doing it. I like that it's a little bit more softer, even though the eyeshadow is kind of crazy. I feel like the eyeliner with the glitter, like the glitter sparkle, gives it a cute look. That's kind of all I have to talk about. Oh, I love that dress on her. Actually, I do want to talk more. That I do love that dress on her. I think it's so pretty. It is a little bit more alpha, but I am a alpha mixed girly, so you know, I had to use it. I couldn't not. Especially for like a party, I feel like it's just so cute. And I think I ended up putting the hat on that look as well. For winter, I decided to, since the game wanted to put her in that like edgy jacket, I was like, maybe I'll change it. And then I was like, no, I can't. It's just too good. I thought it fit her too well. I think I kept it. I'm trying to remember. Maybe because I was just trying to keep the all white, I might have not given it to her, but I don't know. I think it just works so well. But yeah, okay, here I am. I had the hat. Perfect. And then I changed out her necklace to a CC one, even though I do really like how it changes and like pulsates kind of with the magic. I love objects in The Sims that does that, especially wearable ones. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. The comparisons will be right up next. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye!